Hello, Manila and Ginger. How are you guys doing?
Amazing. How are
Fabulous.
you?
First of all, I just want to say how great it is to see such a fabulous and campy queer representation during Halloween and Huluween. So when I first saw the special, I like literally screamed. I was like, "This is so cool."
It is
That's what I
cool.
thought so too. Yeah.
How
That's
how,
what really brought us to it. Like we love Halloween. It's
yeah,
the night where all new drag babies are born. So
yes,
and to share that with the rest of the world, sign me up.
yeah. So how did this project all kind of come together?
So from what I have heard on the street, the word has it, they've been working on this at Hulu for about 3 or 4 years now.
Oh wow.
And then maybe 6, 7 months ago, my agent reached out and said, "Hey, they're doing this thing and they're kind of interested in you for this. We're not sure how scheduling is going to work." And I said, "I don't care how it works. You figure it out because I have to do this. It's going to be so special." And it turned out to be just one of the best experiences.
Yeah, it really was. I was definitely like rearranging my schedule because I was like, I got to be part of this. Like I was willing to give up a really good paying tour just so I could be in this because I was just like, this is something that doesn't come around very often and
No.
I want to be a part of it. And I think it's really great, especially because Hulu is making sure that they celebrate the LGBT community all year round and not just at Pride. So this is something that is extra meaningful for us as drag queens and for our community.
I agree. I completely agree. One of the things I loved about this was that we had a lot of queens from Drag Race, but it also had Landon Cider from Dragula, and then Jackie Beat and Lady Bunny is like a whole family. And I was curious how it was like to get that sort of big community kind of together for this huge Halloween event.
It's great. We were just talking a little bit ago about how drag is like the biggest small community in the world because there are
Mhm.
drag queens in every corner of every town all across the world, but we all somehow find each other. We're drawn to each other. We know each other. And so when we got on set, even though you have all these queer artists from different genres and different shows and all that, it really felt like a family reunion because
Yeah.
it's all people we know and love and respect.
Yeah, for sure. It was really fantastic getting to work with drag legends like Jackie Beat and Lady Bunny, who I've been a fan of before I had even started doing drag. And then to have the representation of like Landon Cider and having a drag king
Mhm.
being up there with us was fantastic because a lot of people only know drag through RuPaul's Drag Race. So it's nice that we are bringing our fandom and introducing them to other aspects of drag artistry.
Yeah, and it's not just drag. I mean, we've also got Selene Luna, we've
Yeah.
got Gay Uncle Mario, so it's a whole bunch of queer artists that are getting to come together and put on this little dragtacular.
Yeah. So I'm curious because the history of drag is also tied to horror a lot, and this is continuing that tradition. I'm curious what both of your relationships are to the horror genre.
It scares
Yeah,
me.
we're scared of it. So it actually was really helpful because when you're behind the scenes and you're doing the horror stuff, you got the fake blood, like all of a sudden you realize like, oh, this is all fake. Like everything that we do as drag queens, we're like fake ladies, fake blood, fake horror. And actually
Fake
it
hair,
was kind
fake
of nice to be
lashes.
on the other side of it because I'm so afraid of watching horror movies.
Yeah, I don't mind like psychological kind of horror,
Okay.
but the blood, the guts, the gore, all that kind of stuff, it's always been a little like ooh for me. So it was really nice to kind of be on the other side of it. I think it kind of helped me conquer my fear a little bit.
For sure. And then when there's a little glitter in the blood, it makes it less realistic.
Yeah, it just makes it that much better. It takes it from
Mhm.
spooky to spoopy.
Glitter
Yeah.
makes everything better.
Exactly.
And then I'm wrapping up pretty soon, but I just am curious, how much input did you all have in your characters and the portrayal in the show, in the music
Well,
and
I
stuff?
think we were able to well, definitely like the writers kept all of us and our humor and our personalities in mind when they were writing for us.
Mhm.
Um but I think one of the important things was is that the costume department let us like really worked with us to get our costumes right, asking us, giving us what information we needed for, and then letting us kind of just like take the reins on it, you know. So we got to like have some fun creating the costumes and creating these characters. And I know that Ginger Minj and Monet got to do a little bit more improv with their scenes together.
Yeah, well, so we would do the scenes as scripted for a couple of takes, and then they'd allow us a fun run where we just got to improvise. And surprisingly, a lot of the improvised stuff is what made it into the final edit. There's just something about drag. You know, we've had to be self-sufficient for so long. We've been the writer, actor, producer, director, choreographer, costumer, does everything,
Mhm.
that it's hard for us to kind of relinquish full control. And a lot of times you'll step onto a set and I realize like that's a union costumer, they have to do their job, but you feel like you lose a little bit of your creativity
Yeah.
when you have to give up that control. And they were very good with all of us about saying, we want to make this what we want, but we also need it to be you as well.
That's awesome. Well, thank you both so much. I love the show, and I can't wait to see what you both do next.
I can't wait to see it either. I don't know what's next.
Same.
All right, thank you.